go. Zoom out a bit. Make sure the audio's good. Okay, sounds good. Boom. There we go. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone? Whew. Very tired today. How's everyone doing? Hello, Darren. Hello. By the way, 20th, Newcastle. We're going. Hello, PG Trader. Hello, DB. Hello, hello, hello. All good, dude. Nice, DB. Evening, Max. Hello, Lee. Yeah, Newcastle. Hello, Nicole. Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone doing? How's everyone doing today? Should move this way. Make sure it's... Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Hello, Edward. Hello, hello, hello. Birthplace. Yeah, so going to be going to the Newcastle game on the 20th. I think it's the 20th. Hello, Chris. Best team in the UK. I think Darren in here will agree. Hello, Colin. Hello, John. How's everyone doing today? How's everyone found today, though? Hello, Sam. Hello, Katie. Hello, Drew. How has everyone found today? Hello, Andy. Last night's live was, we called it exactly what happened today. We called it. So on last night's live, we had this buy position and this sell position marked up with this bear flag and then this overall bullish pennant. And you can go back to last night's live. I did timestamp it in the description. We anticipated a move down from market open, bounce off this level, and then a big move up. Exactly that happened. So yeah, really, really, really nice. I know a lot of you got in that position, which is amazing. Great day, Max 9.5 are up with another 1.8 are running. Wow, Drew. Okay. Wow. Very, very, very nice, Drew. Very nice. And I love it how in this community we're measuring things in terms of R. Because it's like, okay, someone could have like a 300 pip stop loss, and if they're running, 200 pips, it sounds good, but the R, like, it just doesn't make any sense. Whereas, talking in terms of R means that we can visually see that trade and realize that being, 9, 10 R up is insane. So amazing, Drew. Smashing levels, Max. Appreciate that, KT. Mr. Gold Rush. Unfortunate that, Lee. Hi, from Dave. Hello, Charlie. Hello, MC Raz. But yeah, let me know how your day's been. If you are new to the live, then welcome. Drop a hi in the chat. On the lives, we do we do a lot of things, but we have a catch up, see how everyone is, just see how everyone's day's gone. Then from there, we'll get into the charts, mark up any levels, and the levels that we mark up. The exact bottom here, the exact top here, the bottom here, the bottom here, the top here, the top here, the top here, and hopefully the top up here. We'll get into that soon, but it's looking nice. So yeah, and then along the way, if you've got any questions regarding, trading or anything like that, just let me know and I'll happily go into detail. It can be super beginner, super advanced, whatever it is. And if needs be, I'll break it down on the chart as well. Been busy again with work. We'll catch up with everyone soon. Nice, MC Raz, and I hope work's going well for you, mate. Thank you, Max. Been really enjoying the challenge. Had some great support from Jay the Goat. Nice, Drew. And we got something cool happening. So I did announce something in the private group, like 10, 15 minutes ago. Jay's a big part of that. So he'll probably join the live soon, but Jay's a big part of that as well. So, yeah, you're going to be seeing some more of him. Hello, NMA. I'm good. How are you? Got at 43. Got stopped out on the retest. That is an annoying trade, Lewis. I mean, to hopefully have your mentality locked in now after that loss, because I understand, you know, getting tapped out and then seeing price run that much can be, yeah, it can be seriously draining on your mentality. Definitely been there, more than I care to admit. Hello, Tony. Hello. Always positive. Appreciate that, Steve. Jay's a legend. I assume me or Jay. Jay's a legend. Had a great call with him on Saturday. Yeah, Jay's an absolute beast. And I think a big thing with Jay, and then a lot of members who are absolutely smashing in the group, is, you know, very very relatable. You know, they've been through the mixer, I guess. You know, they've tried a lot of groups. They've been here, been there, seems like everywhere. And then, you know, they've really locked in. And now they're pushing through it, making serious money. So it's you know, the journey in trading it's pretty much the same for everyone. So regardless of what, you know, what things are going on in your trading journey, that trading journey that you're going on is pretty much the exact same as everyone else. It's a pretty cool thing that isn't spoken about a lot in trading, but everyone goes along the same journey. Like, it really is the exact same. And those who keep pushing through are the ones who you know, end up making the big money. Everyone really does go on the exact same journey. We'll take a look at Bitcoin in a minute. I haven't really looked at it today, so we'll take a look at it shortly. But we'll stick on gold to begin with. What did Darren say? Oh yeah, if you do enjoy the live, then double tapping the screen does help spread the live around. Max, can you go over that sell level 4109? VWAP. Was this the one I had on like just earlier, Nicole? I did put that on over the live, like the live I did earlier on. I said it was it wasn't that. This is recorded as well on YouTube. It wasn't that good of a level. It's just like 0.786 potential, but mainly just holding the buy positions further up. Was it the level around like that was just done sort of quite recently? I appreciate that, Steve, a lot. I appreciate that. But it does come down. It comes down to the people, you know, we've got in this in the community. We really have, you know, got a great community of amazing people. You know, it's easy to be super positive, and sort of looking forward to the future when you're around a lot of people who are the exact same, like everyone in the community. Got a lovely buy and gold, but got out too early. Would have been a monster trade if I stayed in. Profit's profit though. Yeah, Jordan, exactly like that. Profit is profit. But definitely holding partials on positions is it's such a good habit to get into. You know, never really closing a full position. That's the point you're at, Max. So the point I'm at now, I mean, I've consistently sort of grown from when I sort of first started trading. So you know, each week, each month, each year, just getting like better and better. I haven't stayed at like the same level for years. Always, you know, very small improvements, very small optimizations. And that's the thing with trading. It's very much hello, Adam. Hello, Adam's mom. Hello. Shout out to Adam's mom. But something very important with trading is it isn't just like, okay, achieve profitability, chill. It's very much you know, you've got to continue to work it a bit, continue to optimize and adapt to the market conditions, because the market's constantly changing, the market's constantly adapting, we're constantly moving into, you know, different things, okay? And so you need to, you know, adapt to those markets as well. So always changing and adapting. It's a very, trading isn't like super rigid. You've got to kind of flow with it a little bit. So, you know, always changing, always adapting. Max, really appreciate the message on Telegram. I replied with some questions. Okay, nice, Sam. Oops, I missed the live, but saw your message, so thought it was a good level. But yeah, it was. Okay, Nicole. Yeah, so on the live, I broke down that level. It's very much like, okay, I'm looking at this potential level, but we're kind of in a big uptrend now. Down here, we were like slightly losing momentum, and so it was a potential. But it was just Nicole, when looking at levels which are put in, like if it's just a fib and one other thing, chances are it's not as strong. So if we look at all the levels which have been on previously, unless it's like a higher time frame level, of course. But if we look at these, like 0.786 value area low, daily open, VWAP, the more things that I write on the level, the stronger it is. So we can see here 0.786 value area low, daily open, VWAP, very strong level, boomed up. This one, previous daily, 0.786 value area low, and then there was a trend line there as well, very strong. This one did have a lot of confluence, but I didn't have time to write it on because it was like midday, so I can't remember what the exact confluence was there. Golden pocket value area low. Golden pocket's obviously a very, very strong level and value area low, but golden pocket value area high, previous value area low. Craig, very strong. So most of the levels have multiple confluences. So when looking at levels, if you see a level that's just like not as high priority, so for example, golden pocket is like very high priority, value area low, value area high, very high probability. 0.786 isn't, unless it lines up with a lot of things, isn't that like good. And so, yeah. That, but I was today, if it would held rather than trial stop, would have been a 1 to 17 hour. That's crazy. I left the runner and closed it at 1 to 9. I mean, 1 to 9, very nice, Louis. Still, 1 to 9's crazy. Jose, there isn't really a best time of day to trade. It depends on you in particular. And this is an important thing that comes down to journaling and monitoring your trades. Like, a lot of people will thrive and will do very well in sort of lower volatility, lower volume times. So, for example, on gold, like during the Asian session / kind of London session, I know we do have a lot of members who trade during Asia, but Asia sort of lower volatility, lower volume session, and a lot of members thrive in those conditions. But then also, alternatively, we do have a lot of members who, like New York, like within sort of an hour of New York Open, they're smashing trades because that high volatility. So it really depends on the type of person you are. There isn't like a golden time to trade. There's times not to trade. So like, around market close, around news, around market open, those times, you should probably avoid. And that's just because, spreads are everywhere, markets reopening, you shouldn't, like, around those times, just isn't nice. But then, as far as when to trade, it does depend a lot on what type of trader you are. Some people, again, prefer more volatile periods of time. Others prefer less. Craigfluence, exactly, Craigfluence. If you're on the live earlier, I did do a live breaking down this position earlier as well. So this was a trade that was given inside the private group. I broke down exactly like the confirmations and everything for this trade. I'll run over them quickly again tonight as well. So why this trade was like a really nice trade to get into, and so we'll break down that as well. But yeah, Craigfluence is good. Lewis, so to get my golden pocket levels through Fibonacci, what I do, so the Fibonacci retracement tool, which is this tool here, you can get it on the left-hand side of your trading view, third box down. Basically, what you do is you click on the Fibonacci tool and you drag it from a low to a high. And then if we go into the settings, the golden pocket's just between the 0.65 level and the 0.618. When you first put on the Fibonacci tool, you won't have the 0.65. To get it on, just click somewhere and change it to 0.65. That's how you get it on. I also have the 0.886 because sneaky level. But yeah, that's how you get the golden pocket. So action and putting that on the chart, what you can do is, literally I'll go down to an exact golden pocket that was part of the reason behind this trade. So we've got a low here. We've got a high here. Between this high and this low, this is the lowest point. So if we put on a vertical line from where I pulled the fib from and where I pulled it to, between the point I pulled it from and the point I pulled it to, this is the highest point, this is the lowest point. That's how you know you've got the the fib is correct. And you can see here we came to this golden pocket and it was perfect. Okay. Potentially XPR. Let me zoom out. That move was so huge. So what I'm potentially looking for is the golden pocket trend up here. You know, the 150 level. We got this trend line. We got this trend line. Golden pocket. Like it's just, and it takes out all of these highs here. This makes sense. Like this makes sense. But that doesn't mean we can get in. We shouldn't look for a few buy positions up to that level. I think when markets are like this. So if we zoom onto a lower time frame. When markets are like this, a lot of new traders will be like, okay, it's really high now. I should enter a sell. Okay, and that's because, you know, we're sort of conditioned over time to think, okay, what goes up must come back down. Okay, sounds outlandish to say, but, you know, we grow up, you know, with gravity. You know, everyone says what goes up must come back down, but that is, you know, couldn't be further from the truth when talking in terms of trading. What goes up can continue to go up. There's a great saying. It's a lot of people say, you know, during a range, you can buy low, sell high. But overall in trading, buying high and selling higher. But sell low and buy lower. Like that's a good saying. So sell high, buy high, sell higher. And putting that actually onto the charts, when price is moving up and we're in price exploration mode, like why go against the market? Just look for buy positions. Like we're forming higher highs, forming higher lows. We're clearly in a bullish move. Looking for buy positions is the way to go. In this local price action here, that is. Colin, so with stop loss placement, exactly how I came up with this one. If we go on here, I literally just look to the left-hand side of my chart, look for a previous low, slap it under. I don't try and complicate it. Because of the way like my confirmations and levels are, if price doesn't like turn around directly on that level pretty much, then I don't really want to be in it anyway. So I keep things simple, look to the left-hand side of my chart and slap it under a low, obviously for a buy. If it's for a sell, I'll look to the left-hand side of my chart and I'll slap it above a high. Trend is your friend until the end. In Best Loser Wins, it encourages you to add to your trade when it's going in the right direction instead of taking partials. What do you recommend and why? Andy, so I add to positions all of the time, but then take partials as well. Like there's no harm in, okay, if we, exactly like what happened here. So let's see if this is still on. Okay, yeah. So here, added to a position. So entered a buy position. This was this exact position here. Entered a buy position. The buy position was like moved in our direction. So I added to the position up here. Okay. Then when we came up here, I took partials. When we had a large move down, I added to the position, sold at the high. Like I'm sort of hedging the position, if you will. So on pullbacks, I'm adding to the position. On, you know, big impulse move to the upside, I'm taking partials. And so you can enter like smaller trades within a bigger overall trade, if that makes sense. But I think overall, sticking with adding to winning positions is super nice. But yeah, Andy, I really like how you've brought that up. To those who haven't, I really do recommend The Best Loser Wins is a brilliant book that outlines some great concepts and concepts that you really won't hear anywhere else in trading. I mean, let me know if you've ever heard add to winning positions. Like, no one really says it in the trading space, but we can extrapolate from like broader markets and what we've done. You know, when you're starting trading, what do? Okay, you add to losing positions. Okay, if unprofitable traders add to losing positions, then we can flip it on the head and say, okay, profitable traders add to winning positions. And I don't think you hear that type of stuff anywhere else in the space. I'm just on pullback, Sam. So on fib levels, and yeah, I just keep it simple. If I see like a big pullback, I agree with the ideas being proven correct. So I'm just like, okay, on big pullbacks, I'm going to add to the position. It's a great book, reading it for the second time. Yeah, it's really, really, really good. I mean, if you can nail down the concepts, nail down the mentality that's spoken about in that book, you're leagues ahead of everyone, really. So yeah, it's really good. But let me know how your day has been, guys. Let me know how you found the charts today. Make sure nothing's behind my laptop. And let's see what is going on the chart. So again, this was a position that was entered today. Just to go over quickly why this position was entered. So first off, we had a lovely bounce from this level here. That was given on last night's live. You can literally see the live on this YouTube channel. By the way, guys, if you are enjoying the live, double tapping the screen helps spread the live around. But this level was given on the live last night, as was this level up here, as was this level up here, this level down here, this level down here, this level up here. So after that huge bounce, I anticipated us to continue to move to the upside, to the value area high. And this is, let me just get this up. Where is it? 1 second. There we go. So this here, I don't know if you can see that. But in that message in the private group, I put, we anticipate price to enter. If we anticipate the price to enter the value area high, then a retest of the bull flag / golden pocket isn't a bad idea. But basically, we're anticipating price to enter the value area high up here. If we anticipate price, like, okay, first off, why do we anticipate price to enter this value area high? Why do we anticipate price to move up to the value area high? Reason for that is if we look back on previous price action, we can see when we come out of the value area low, what happens? We go to the value area high. When we come out of the value area high, we go to the value area low. We can do this all the way back here. In the value area low, go to the value area high. In the value area low, go to the value area high. In the value area high, go to the value area low. In the value area low, go to the value area high. In the value area high, go to the value area low. Value area high, value area low. Value area high, value area low. So we can anticipate, okay, we're in the value area low, probably going to go to the value area high. That's what we can anticipate. So with that, like, overall directional bias inbound, our directional bias is we're probably going to go to the value area high. With that, we want to enter buy positions. So then if we move down to the lower time frames, and then something which I get asked a lot is, Max, what's the best time frame to trade? There isn't a best time frame to trade. This was such a pivotal thing in my trading journey. I was like, okay, I'm going to use the 6 minute all the time. I'm going to use the 15 minute all the time. Like, that's going to be my time frame. When you start thinking about time frames like a zoom, so when you want to zoom in, you zoom in time frames. When you want to see more, you zoom out. When you want to see what's overall going on in the environment, you zoom out. When you want to zoom in and see what's going on in a lower time frame, you zoom in. So thinking about in terms of a slider, it's a bit weird to build that up, but it's super powerful. So zoom in, and then we identified this bull flag here. So I'm like, okay, bull flag. What does a bull flag show? A bull flag is basically an impulse move followed by consolidation, lower lows and lower highs to the downside. We can anticipate, again, a move to the upside from here, because bull flags normally have an impulse move to the upside, consolidation, and then a further impulse move to the upside. So we can anticipate a further move to the upside. And so that was one thing. So first thing is we anticipate price to enter the value area high. That's one thing. Second thing is we anticipate a bull flag to break to the upside. So that's the second thing. Third thing is we've got, this was on the 5 minute time frame. On the 5 minute time frame, we've got a hidden bullish divergence. Now, what is a hidden bullish divergence? Why should I care? We'll go over that now. What is the best psychology advice you would give? So this is also something which is spoken about in the I think it's in the Best Loser Wins that it speaks about it. But when trading, you know, a lot of people have different attachments to money. You know, to think that everyone's going to think about money the same is it just doesn't make sense. You know, everyone grows up in different households. Everyone grows up in a different environment. So everyone's going to think about money differently. You know, we've got people who grew up in very wealthy households where, but they didn't like to spend a lot of money, like to save a lot of money. We got people who grew up in, you know, less well off households, but you know, they spend a lot, and so they're going to think about money, and their sort of view on risk is going to be a lot different. And so when approaching the charts and approaching trading, understanding that and realizing that the amount of money that you're entering a trade with, your brain needs time to like numb itself to that amount of money. So you need to. I don't trade with ICT or SMC. I don't like ICT at all. He's an unprofitable trader, and yeah. But giving yourself time to numb your brain to those numbers and scale up very slowly, because even if you know you're risking £5-10, that's a new emotion. So allowing yourself time to numb yourself to those numbers, that's like an actionable piece of advice. Because I can say like. A bunch of advice I can say, but that you can't really action. Brandon loves SMC. And look, you can use, I don't care what you use, if you trade based on the bloody moon. Okay, if you're making money, then fair play. But those concepts for me, I don't like, but there's a lot of people who use them to great success. And that's the amazing thing about trading. You know, everyone's got different opinions on the markets. And a lot of times, me and Brandon both had this level on, which was perfect. Brandon, our levels do line up a lot though. It's quite interesting. Full moon, full port. That's the strat. But in turns his grunts into trading machines isn't real. Couldn't agree more, Drew. Yeah, huge shout out to the educators in the group. You know, we've got Brandon here tonight. Yeah. Amazing, absolutely unbelievable people, and super grateful and happy to have them as part of the team. Brandon goated, I agree. This is currently the 5-minute time frame. Yeah, crazy Brandon, insane. Grunts. Yeah, so hidden divergence. So we had, just to go over the confirmations for this trade. One was. What was this? One was we anticipate price to enter the value area high. Second one was bull flag here. And there was another one which I can't remember. But third one is hidden bullish divergence. So what this is basically when momentum or your oscillator gets lower, but price gets higher. It's basically like an elastic band pulling down. So like it's creating a lot of tension ready to spring up. So you can see here, momentum came lower, but price went higher. And so that gave me an extra added layer of confirmation. And then final thing for confirmation was money flow in the red. So if we just go back here, we can see money flow in the red, price moves up. Money flow in the red, price moves up. Money flow in the red, price moves up. Money flow in the red here, price moves up. Money flow in the red, price moves up. Normally, money flow being in the red on gold indicates a type of bottom. So those are basically the confirmations for that trade. And it obviously played out very, very nicely. And a lot of members held part of that position past take profit, as you know we always suggest to do. TP2 hit. Nice, Brandon. Very, very nice. Very nice. Lovely trade from Brandon there. I love Mondays. Mondays are great. Today's been very good. Yeah, exactly, Sam. Trade today is so nice. Brandon, great trade, by the way. Yeah, smashing it. Really nice. It's still moving up. And I'm pretty sure we do have a lot of members who are still, they'll be holding partials from that position still. Which is amazing. So I do love when we enter a position And then like 3-4 days later, a member messages me and they're like, yeah, I'm still holding like 20% of the position. And it's like gone stratospheric and there. And you know, like a zero point 0.1 lot is like making insane money. I love seeing that. So yeah, really nice. And yeah, huge shout out to Brandon. Absolutely killing it. Brandon, how's the one-to-ones going as well? Give us an update on that. I need to learn to keep partials running. Always get out too early. Yeah, Jordan. It's definitely a weird psychological barrier to hold partials past take profit. But really letting your winners ride. You know, I always a great saying I use is, you know, putting floors on your losses, but don't put ceilings on your winners. You know, we want those to be able to ride and you know, keep on going, because your normal system without those runners could produce, you know, 3-5+ R a month. And then those couple runners, maybe 1-2 trades out of the trades you take in the full month, run like 1 to 50+ R. And they just take your overall gains for the month just sky high. And so it's a really good idea to do that. Glad for holding nearly all day. Nice, Louis. Still very good day for you, Louis. So that's really good. Benjamin, this is called the Fu Manchu. And by the way, indicators, I get a lot of questions about indicators as well, but indicators don't really show you anything new. There's no like magical indicator. This indicator here, I've used it for years and years and years. And it just gives me a vehicle to see price action more clearly through. And that's it. There's no like magical indicator. I like it and I use it because it allows me to basically better visualize price action. That's all an indicator really does. I wish there was like a golden indicator, but it is really good. A lot of members use it to great success, and you can get simple edges from it. So just for example, lower time frame, only entering buys when money flows in the red, only entering sells when money flows in the green. You know you're getting in at a good point. VWAP divergences, momentum, like little things from it can give you a nice little boost to your system. Mentorship are going way better than expected. Everyone's on the advanced stuff already, so they're on the path to having one lesson free at the end while mastering everything. Love that, Brandon. Love that. That's amazing to hear. I knew it would, like, you'd smash it 100%. But yeah, that's great to hear. I'm looking forward to seeing where you take it. It's obviously the first time doing it. I know like the next one's going to be like twice as good. The one after that be twice as good. Just keep on building on it, and yeah, so absolutely amazing to hear. On small accounts, should you say 4 times 0.01 lots or 1 times 0.4? It doesn't make a difference, Martin, really. It just depends on how you want to enter the position. If you want to layer into a position, then 0.01. If you want to just enter the full position, then 0.4. It depends on how you want to enter the position. Run. Do you keep moving your stop loss? No, I do under previous lows. So just under like significant lows, I keep on moving it up. I'm about to do my daily Tesco shop, so I'll see you all later. See you in a bit, Brandon. And yeah, smashed it today. Absolutely smashed out the park. For those who don't know as well, inside the private group, you not only gain access to all my stuff, but you also gain access to educators inside the group as well. These are absolutely just incredible traders and incredible people who really want to see you succeed. They're providing insane value in the group, and they're just, you know, absolutely killing it. So you get their sort of signals analysis, even one-to-ones as well. And yeah, so just adds to it completely. Absolutely amazing. Big chicken dinner. Yeah, what are you getting from Tesco? Brandon, give us an update on your Tesco shop. Yeah, yeah. Brandon's definitely made a few pennies today. 83. Wow, very nice, India. Very, very nice. That's amazing to hear. Really, really nice work. It's still moving up now. So to those who are still holding partials, I know Craig's in a buy all the way up to 150. I'm pretty sure his trade will be running about £60,000 in profit right now. He'll probably put a screenshot in the Discord soon. But yeah, probably around 60,000. Insane. Has it? Yeah, it has just swept the high. Interesting time to watch, actually. So bullish, it's insane. I love it when gold goes through the roof. So nice. Entering buys on gold is just so much like nicer and I don't know, there's more conviction behind it. Entering sells on gold is scary, man. Even though, hello Raj. Craig said 80k if it's, yeah. 80k if it's 41.50, so probably up about 60k now, which is, you know, nice bit of money, not too bad. Not too bad at all. You can get another Fabia. Yeah, Craig's smashing it at the moment as well, like with the boot camp and everything, and he's cooking up something else as well, which is really nice, you know. Just a legend. It was his birthday yesterday. If you haven't already, definitely wish him a happy birthday in the group. But yeah. Okay, so what is going on now then? What is going to go on tomorrow? Let's see what we can find. So, again, the plan from yesterday, hit this low, bounce up to around 41.50. Exactly that has happened. So, yeah, plan from last night's live played out flawlessly. If you want to see that live, then it's on the YouTube. And by the way, I heavily recommend going and watching the most recent video on YouTube as well. The sort of masterclass that I did with Mark in person on the trading floor here in Dubai was really good. I'm really like genuinely happy with how that video turned out. I think it was like really good value. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be doing, and let me know your thoughts on that as well. I'm going to be doing more of those. So when I said like more members coming to Dubai, like that's what I'm sort of thinking as well. So I'm looking to do like eventually, but getting into it, like one video a week on the trading floor with someone there, like over the shoulder. Okay, like what's your level of trading? Okay, do you know anything? No, perfect. Okay, let's get into the charts and explain like from the beginning. Okay, you're quite advanced. Okay, you've been trading for a few years now. Okay, let's build on that. And just, you know, varying knowledge over the shoulder, one-to-one, and you're just like over the shoulder looking at the one-to-one. I think it's really, really, really good value. And yeah, I'm just trying to, you know, do the like the ideas which I would have really, really liked when I was sort of getting into trading. Like I know I would have like binge watched that. And so that I think would have helped me when I was starting. So that's the type of content that I'm trying to bring to the table. Yeah, gold is off. Love it. I love it when gold pumps. Look at Craig just put into Discord. Which chat, Sam? Actually, I'll probably be in either the winning trade chat or his chat. My Discord isn't loading. Okay, I'll check after this, Sam, because my Discord's just like... Oh, there we go. Okay, it's working. Let's see what's going on. Oh, okay, up a nice 50k. Nice work, Craig. Smashing it. New video if I came back to Dubai. 100% Yusuf. We'd definitely do one. And by the way, yeah, someone said a lot of indicators. These are like previous levels which I've had on the charts. These aren't stuff that I'm looking at now. So this was a level. All of these levels were marked up in advance on live. So this level here, this level here, this level here, this level here. So it does look messy, but these are just previous levels. So, you know, just ignore them. Ignore them for now. Okay, so we've swept the high. I do want to zoom out a bit. I really just agree with the plan we came out with yesterday. Like, I think the plan from yesterday, it's hard to mark up buys now because we are literally like pumping through the roof. So any levels we come up with, like they're probably just going to get invalidated when we take out the next high because probably keep on taking out highs and highs and highs. So there's no point in really marking up buys if they're just going to get invalidated when price pushes up through the roof. And so I think the plan we came up with yesterday in terms of, around 41.50, and then a reaction from there, definitely. And then one of two things are going to happen. Either A, we react from there and then we break out of this 4-hour bullish pennant and we move, we have a solid move to the upside. Or B, we react off this and then we come down to the low. There'll probably be a level around this, the lower extremity of this bullish pennant here, and then we break out to the upside. So we'll just have to see how this level. I will probably enter a short here, and then I'll hold partials. If it comes back up to, break even, then I've took partials. That's fine. If we break out, I'll potentially look for buy positions on retests. And that's, we can see how this interacts and maybe come up with a potential buy position up towards the 150 level. I'm off for 2 weeks between Xmas and New Year if you want me to pop over again for a few days. That sounds good, Yusuf. That sounds good. I'll be here after Christmas and then for New Year and obviously, going into 2026 be here as well. XPR, that is kind of my overall plan, is we test this level here, drop down to the lower extremity, break the bull flag, come down to the lower extremity of the bullish pennant, and then eventually continue to range here and eventually break out the bullish pennant. That's my overall plan. Elmer, you messaged me on Discord? Elmer, I don't reply to messages on Discord because there's a lot of scammers on Discord. So drop me a message on Telegram or at me in the Discord. Again, I don't really reply to messages on Discord because there are so many scammers who they type in a similar Discord name to me and it's a pain. And so I just flat out don't reply on Discord to avoid that. Appreciate that, Sonia. Yusuf, let's have a chat. Let's figure something out. I think it would be extremely valuable. Graham, I think leaving a small runner is always a good idea, just in case. Because if we do, if you've got a runner there, the worst case scenario, we come back down and you've made money. Best case scenario, we break out and you've still got part of that position open. And you're a small runner past 41.50, sky high, that can be, the best trade of the year. And so holding partials is always a good idea, even if it's a very small amount. Okay, Elmer, on Telegram's good as well. Elmer, if you message me in Capitals live, and then also if you want if it's something urgent, just atting me in the Discord's the best thing, because I'm really quick with Discord. My Telegram's just crazy. So if you at me in the Discord, then I can get to it really quick and find the message, because my Telegram just goes crazy. Okay, I've seen you just message me live. Okay, wait there. Let me open this. Okay, there we go. I'm on the message now. Lovely, nice. Okay, so yeah, overall plan is basically wait for 150. Probably a 70, probably more than that. Probably an 80-85% chance that I enter a sell position here. And then if we come back down to the lower extremity of the bull flag, brilliant. If we don't, then it's fine also. But yeah, it's difficult to mark up buys here because we are, at the high. We can't really pull any fibs to that. So yeah, a bit of a tricky one, but we don't want to force anything. It's been an amazing couple of weeks. So this range has just, if you look back, we have slaughtered this range. So don't want to force anything. I feel like the range is potentially coming to an end. So don't want to continue trying to trade a range that is actually turned into a trending market. Definitely don't want to get caught. Definitely don't want to get caught there. But let me know if you've got any trading questions, guys. And let me know how how your day was at the charts. If you do have any trading questions, they can be very basic, very advanced. Just let me know, and I'll happily go into detail. And if I need to, I'll break it down on the chart as well. Yeah, over Christmas though, I do think Dubai is. I remember flying back last year, flying back to Dubai like the 28th or something like this, and like it was so expensive. Like the price just doubled because everyone wanted to get here for New Year. And then also you can come to Dubai like relatively cheap if you fly like connecting flights. I know when people like visit, I know that's sometimes what they do. You can get like really cheap flights doing that. But flying Emirates is just the best. Great day today, over £200. Nice, Charlie. Really, really nice. Amazing to hear. Alma, I'm not expecting. What I'm sort of expecting is us to eventually come up to this 150 level and get a reaction. Like, I'm keeping things very simple. Outside of this level, I'm not really bothered. Like, my plan is quite simple. I like to keep things, relatively simple. If price comes up to this level, I'm going to look for confirmations and I'm going to look to enter the sell. If I get my confirmations, I'll enter the sell position. If I don't, then I won't. And then once I'm in the sell position, if it runs in profit, I'll take partials. I'll move my stop loss to break even, move my stop loss into profit, and then I'll go from there. That's basically it. I mean, 39.55. 39.55 is quite low, but it does come close to the lower extremity of this bullish pennant, which I think WizKid is on about. I think WizKid's got this trend line on, but he's just pulled it slightly different to me. I'd actually be very confident in WizKid having this exact trend line on, and that's what he's looking at. And that doesn't seem unreasonable at all. But the thing is, though, if we've got a level on, if me, WizKid, whoever have got a level on, it's not like we don't sell down to the level or buy up to the level. It's, okay, if price comes to the level, then we'll look to do this. So, yeah. Market maker told me. I mean, it's struggled. We've took out the high and we're moving down. XPR, I'll hold you to that. I'll hold you to that. The weekly high is going to be the end of gold. Made $126 with only 0.02 a lot and like $20 risk/stop loss. Thanks to Brandon's amazing signal. Insane RR. Love how it move slower pace /chilled than scalping, which often feels stressful /quick. Amazing, Krishina. Absolutely amazing to see. Really nice profits as well, especially off that risk. Really nice. And yeah, I couldn't agree more with the scalping as well. A lot of people get into trading and they want to scalp because they think, yeah, fast moves in and out means quick profits, which couldn't be, it couldn't be further from the truth. It's a lot more stressful. Trading's not. Scalping's hard. There we go. So yeah, better do. I'm sure. Keep us updated, XPR. XPR, I'm gonna be watching that and I'm gonna be thinking about that message. So James Taylor, I wouldn't recommend trading on any prop firms. We've got a private funding service inside the private group. It's the only thing I'd recommend to get funded. Like it's the best by a mile, and that's because there's no consistency rule. There's no rules outside of max drawdown. That's it. And the team that we've got who work with the community as well. Like you've just got the security of the community as well. And yeah, most prop firms are very not good at all, especially for long-term profitability. Like if you're trading consistently and profiting a lot, they're They're not going to like it, and you're probably going to get your account banned. Sonia, my £150 account to 1,300 today just on gold. Very nice, Sonia. Wow. That is insane. Very nice. $500 today from yours and Brandon's levels last night. I've just left 0.01 to let run, but I see a reaction from 450 area and we'll close, open a sell. Nice, Tony. Amazing, Tony. Amazing. XPR is coming down. Yeah, amazing to hear that though, Tony. Really nice work, mate. Neil, if we're approaching the level and I'm seeing a lot of confirmations as we approach the level, then definitely. Okay, James. Just take care with make sure you look through the rules then, and just take it very, very, very slow. And again, most prop firms you can get, a couple of payouts from, and that's fine. There's no I guess no harm in that, but just make sure you're very aware of the rules. And I'm sure you'll smash it, James. Keep us updated with that, James, as well. Let us know how it goes. XPR, that sell. Looking nice. When he wondered why I'm joining them. Tell me it seems obvious, but this is the right place to be. Nice, Nicole. I mean, yeah, the owner's brother, he's Dutch as well. It might have been, I don't think it will have been him, but yeah. Sonia and Tony, yeah, smashing it. And yeah, James, I look forward to seeing how you get on, and I hope you smash it, mate. I hope you smash it out of the park. I like it with higher time frames, the 30-minute. There's less likelihood of market manipulation / fake outs getting in the way of being taken out / stop loss before price flies off to take profit, etc. Yeah, Krishina, there's less. It's exactly like if we think about it in terms of people. Okay, market's made up of a lot of different people. If you're trying to, get from point A to point B, if you're trying to do that with a 3-year-old, then what's the chance that they have a tantrum when you're trying to get from point A to point B? It's very high. They're 3 years old. They'll probably stop in their tracks and start crying. I don't know what 3-year-olds do, but it'll probably be a bit difficult. Whereas if you're doing it with a 25, 30-year-old, then you can just say to them, look, we need to get to point A from point A to point B. And they'll be like, okay, let's go. They might still not, they might still be a bit annoying. But yeah, and then when if you say it's like a 50, 60-year-old, let's say the 1 hour time frame, then it's like, yeah, let's go. If you think about it in terms of people, the younger the person, the more likelihood of having a tantrum when going from point A to point B is. The older the person, the more mature the person, the less likelihood of them having a tantrum. If we then think about that in terms of price, the lower time frame, if we're looking for price to go from point A to point B, the lower the time frame, the more likelihood that price has a bit of a tantrum, maybe wicks you out. Whereas the higher time frame, the less likelihood that price has a bit of a tantrum and just goes from point A to point B. I think that was a pretty good analogy. That one, I haven't done that one before. I need to start with these analogies. Sometimes they go a bit too far. I don't know. Analogies just make it so easy to explain things. Sometimes I'm pretty sure I make it more complicated than it needs to be. By the way, did everyone see I used an analogy to explain an analogy the other day in the public group? I was quite impressed. I was actually really impressed with that. From water 3-year-old. Yeah. That was a beauty. Yeah, that was a good one. I think I put a message after saying that was pretty good. That was pretty good. By the way, guys, if you are enjoying the live, double tapping the screen helps boost the live. I need to hear the analogy where the electrician went full-time trading. Soon, Drew. Soon. Give me the content to build the analogy from, okay? You're the basis of the analogy, okay? Inception of analogies, new levels, yeah. Analogyception. I like the kids' house one. That one was fun. Katie, watching the video back with Mark, I'm on a trading floor, okay? There's like, there's just to the left of us, there's like a room like half full with traders there, locked in. There's a camera crew of like 3-4 people there, and I'm speaking to Mark about an enthusiastic kid banging his head on the roof of a house. Like, I didn't like, looking back, like, what must they have thought? I mean, it made sense, I hope. But yeah, in the moment, I didn't even realize, like, I was just trying to explain it in the most simple way I could. But looking back, I'm like, what the hell was I going on about? I could have used a better analogy than that. I love this fucking crew. Love you too, XPR. Traders listening. Katie, literally. Award-winning traders looking over, hearing me talking about, banging their head off the ceiling. It's funny. But they're nice. Everyone's got a different way of explaining things. And to be fair, the camera guys there, the reason I really liked that video and was like so like happy and thought it would help a lot is because the camera people after the video, they got up and they were like, we record loads of people, okay, doing like little videos and stuff because they want to like document people's journeys and this, that, and the other. And they do like trader spotlights and stuff like this. And they were like, yeah, we hear people explain markets obviously, really differently and this, that, and the other, but we haven't heard it explained in that way, and that actually made sense. And so when I heard them say that, I was like, okay, I'm like, that made me really happy. So from there I was like, okay, we've got to get this video out. And so yeah. Yusuf, I like that. We will trade on the shores, we will trade in the fields, we shall never surrender, Maximus Churchill. That's funny. Graham, the drink driving one. I swear, I whipped out about 3-4 analogies in the space of 30 minutes. That's a good analogy per minute. Keep it stupid simple. I hope so, Katie. And I needed a lot of things explained very like stupid simple. If you were to see me when I'm trying to like learn something new, like for example, I'm in a meeting with someone. It's in a field which I'm not like 100% confident in. And I want to know more. I'm asking the most basic questions in the world. Like I don't get, unless I'm in a position where I need to, look a bit more professional. But if I'm in a situation where it's like they need something off me, then it's like, okay, I don't care. I'm gonna ask as many questions as possible. I don't care how dumb they are. Like, and they probably get sick of me at how many questions I ask. But that's why I'm so like persistent on like ask questions, because it helps me. And if it helps me, I hope it helps you. So, ask questions. It's the best way to learn. I'm actually proud of that analogy. I am. Look, there's a few analogies which I'm not so proud of. And I tell you, if you were to go back through the lives, you'd hear some pretty scarring analogies, I have to say. But those can be left in the live archives, okay? Never to be dug up again. Based on Trigger's brew. That Only Fools and Horses live that we had, that was quite a while ago now. That was hilarious. We just went off on a complete tangent about Only Fools and Horses. And like Christmas Day, Only Fools and Horses is getting pulled out. And I'll definitely be doing a live on Christmas Day as well. Get the full-on Santa hat and everything on. I'm definitely going to be doing a live on Christmas Day. It won't be to do with trading at all, but it'll just be like a Christmas live, see how everyone's getting on. I think it'd be really cool. Katie, I agree. I think that's a good idea. Down to it. I appreciate that a lot, Chris. I really do. I appreciate that a lot. The cyber one was funny. Pick the right target and avoid friendly fire. Yeah. I like being reminded of the different analogies. Some of them are good. Why do you like bear flags? Do you simply just trade between the two lines of the flag? No, Adam, I don't trade between the two lines. So, well, I do. So this bear flag here that I've got on is just basically giving me an overall bias. So last night's live was like where I basically went over why this is on. So my higher time frame bias is, okay, we've got a bullish pennant. So overall, bullish. Okay, midterm time frame is, okay, we've got this bear flag. So overall, I think we are gonna, and I said this last night's live, overall, I think we are gonna come to this upper extremity of the bear flag before reversing down. So that's sort of midterm time frame. And then lower time frame, I'm looking at this this fixed volume range here, and I'm just trying to enter sells at the lows and enter buys at the lows and sells at the high. That's what I'm trying to do. Only fools and horses. Alan, you're onto a winner there, Trig. I like that. Your entry is Brandon's TP. Did Brandon have a third take profit on the trade? I thought his... Did he have a third take profit? I thought it was just 2 TPs. I haven't looked at it. Yeah, quiz on Only Fools and Horses Xmas. That would be brilliant. Yes, okay. We'll see how it goes. I mean, his is already like, I don't know how much R it's up. It's like 1 to 7. 2% risk other than mentally working dollar amount. Krishina, I think the best way is at the start of the week, not financial advice, of course. At the start of the week, just coming up with a dollar amount to risk and sticking with that for the week, and then just doing that at the start of each week. You know, you don't need to do it every day. So, for example, if you come to the charts on Monday, and 2% of your account is $20, then just risking $20 on each trade for that week is absolutely fine. And the next week, if you come and you had a great week and now 2% is $25, then just do $25 for that week. Compounding each week is more attainable than each trade, really. XPR, you've never seen Only Fools and Horses? XPR, I liked you, okay? How have you not seen Only Fools and Horses? It's like the best thing ever. It is the best thing ever. No problem. Trading view show. Wait, can you show me where do I find the trade box you draw on trading view showing TP stop loss? Andy, so if you, I mean, it's marked up. I've got it in my like, I don't know what this is called, like toolbar. But I'll move this over here and I'll show you now. So I hope you can see this. So over here, you can see this is where you've got like your different mouses. If you come to the 1, 2, 3, 4th one down, okay? Well, 5th one down. This box here, projections. In here, you can select long and short positions. I recommend adding it to your favorites. And if you click that, you can put this on your chart and you can, put the stop loss, put the take profit. Wait there, let me move this over here so you can see it. There you go. And you can adjust this accordingly. Let's move this back there. There we go. Perfect. Whoa. I accidentally swiped down. I was on some Indian guy was coding on YouTube. I accidentally swiped off the stream. XPR must watch. 100% agree. Yusuf, come on. What is this time next year? We'll be millionaires. Yeah, that line will be coming. The title of the live stream, this time next year. I think that's a good one. I did do a so on the last in-person meetup event we did in London. So I got each member a ColezTrades t-shirt exactly like this one, and then I also got each member a card, like a ColezTrades card, just with like a nice little message inside. And on the final bit it said like this time next year, which I thought was a cool little thing. Yeah, I mean, it's reacting off this trend line, but mainly, Katie, it's not so much the trend line here. It's mainly because the weekly high has been swept. That's why we're sort of struggling. That's why we're struggling right now. I wouldn't take a short purely off this trend line. Like, there's not really much to go along with it. And plus, we're so close to the 150 level. Bananas in pajamas. Now, that might be out only fools. That's fair play. I appreciate that, Chris. Okay, guys, I think we're going to finish up the live here. Again, not as planned out as previous lives, not as many nice levels. This is just because we've had such a huge impulse move. You know, there's not as many nice levels to mark up, and I don't want to force anything. You know, we've had a great day today. This level is absolutely flawless. This trade was flawless, and so don't want to force anything. And so yeah. So we'll finish the live up there. I appreciate everyone tuning in. If you're not subscribed to this channel yet, then I do recommend subscribing. So then you can catch the next live streams, like you get notified when I'm live. So that's really, really good. And yeah, I'll be posting my analysis inside the private group now. If you're not involved in the private group, then just get involved. You get signals, analysis, courses from me. There's 5 other educators in there who are providing signals analysis and tons of resources as well. You get full access to the best community, just the best community, period. And yeah, it's an absolutely amazing place to be, learn trading, and just grow as a trader. So yeah, take care, guys. Have an amazing night. Wish you all the best on the rest of this week. You know, true price action starts now. Monday is always a bit of a rocky day. It's been a good day today. But still, yeah, take care for the rest of the week. If you've got any questions, drop me a message. And I'll see you all in a bit, guys. See you in a bit, Hammer. See you in a bit, XBR, Katie, PGT Trader, Mark, Andy, Krishina, Alan, Heath, DB, Tony, and nice work, Tony, on that $500 trade. Really nice. Crypto Puppy, it was NMA, DB, Adam, Elmer, Yusuf. Take care, guys.